Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video is going to be a tool haul video. Now in tool hauls, I typically just go through several products, whether I got them on deals, got them on clearance. It's just something I picked up because it's going to be useful to me, but none of these, in my opinion, make a good video by themselves. So I kind of just combine them and put them in one video, share with you where I bought them, how much they cost, how I plan to use them, those kind of things in case any of these are going to be useful to you. They might all be completely useless, but again, the goal of this video is just to let you know that these things are out there in case it is something that will work for you in your line of work. So we're going to go ahead and go through these, and then again, hopefully it helps you make that decision, but let's go ahead and jump into these. So up first is something that I made a post about. It is the DWA210 SET. It's just an oscillating tool blade set. Nothing really to say about this. I'm more so bringing this out because I'm curious to ask you guys. I've never bought Dewalt oscillating tool blades. I've never used them. I've been using pretty much just Milwaukee. So are these any good is the question. I'm going to put these to use and see, but this was not a bad set for 19 bucks. Of course, most of your 21 pieces are going to be the sandpaper and stuff like that, but if you run these cases especially, I used to run these Dewalt cases all the time. They're really good cases. You know, just to get this case along with all this stuff, not a bad deal. So I'm only bringing this one out in the tool haul again to show you that I made a post about it. I thought it was a pretty good deal, ended up buying it. And if you like to see posts about tool deals, I'm trying to do that more often, so you might want to make sure that you've got, you know, post notifications or whatever. I don't even know what all you got to do to be able to do that. So that's the only reason why I'm bringing this one out. Again, oscillating tool blades from Dewalt, got it on a deal. I felt like that's a pretty good deal for $19.99. But let me know in the comments below if you use Dewalt blades, what do you think about them, and then also what's your favorite oscillating tool blade. I've got so many Milwaukee ones that I bought on deal that, you know, it's very hard. I don't really buy them that often. I only bought this one because I felt like for the price it was a pretty good price. So that's one of the things that I picked up here recently, was a Dewalt oscillating tool blade set. So the next thing I picked up was off Amazon. It's from EZRED. I picked up a few of their tools lately, and it is the magnetic plier holder. I've got the magnetic bit holder. I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. I've got one in my truck, one in here in the garage. Part number on this one is EZPH6, and it is made in China, as you can see right there. Holds 6 pliers in place, so it's got 6 little slots right here. The overall measurements is roughly 6.5 inches in length, 3 and I'm gonna say 1/4 inches in height, and then as far as the depth sticking out is going to be about 2 1/4 inches. And it essentially has magnets back here on the back, so you can throw it on a toolbox if that's what you want to do. I guess that's the intended purpose behind it. It's also got 2 screw holes right here. That's how I'm going to end up using this. I bought this because I've got that space between my Milwaukee pack-out drill holster and my batteries. This is going to fit in there perfect. So that's how I'm going to end up using this. Now, as far as the magnets, it's only those back here to hold the product onto your toolbox or whatever else. None of this stuff in here is magnetic. I thought maybe these might be to help hold the pliers in place. So again, 6 slots. The slots are basically in width or depth about 1 3/4 inches, and that's made me notice that you have to use a little bit bigger pliers if you want to use this. If you got a lot of small pliers, it's not going to work. So like here's a pair of 7 1/4 Cobras. If I put those through there, they're just going to go all the way through. Never going to catch because the handles aren't spread out enough. You'd have to do something, you know, like this or something, and maybe spread the head out if you wanted to go in it that way. Same thing with like smaller twin grips. Here's the 150s. Those are just going to slide. Well, those actually do catch. So you're going to need something where the handles are at least spread out to 1 3/4 inches. You got to have something like that. So if it doesn't spread out that far, if you've got smaller pliers, it's not going to work. So here's a bigger pair of twin grips. These are the 200s, the original pair, that 8-inch pair. Knipex diagonals right here. Those fit in there just fine. Here's some Icon flush cuts. Those go in there, and then here's those Icon snap-on clones right here. Those go in there as well. So you have to take in consideration that it's got to be a little bit spread handle. You know, you can't use your smaller ones, so if you mostly run small pliers, you know, this probably isn't going to work for you. But overall, it's going to fit in my space just right. I wish I could put any plier I wanted to in it, but I'm going to be able to put the main ones that I kind of wanted to put in there anyway. So EZRED magnetic plier holder, EZPH6, ran me $25 on Amazon. I don't know if I said that or not yet. So overall, not a bad price, especially if you just want to slap it on and off of a toolbox. I think it's really nice that you can just move it around. I'm going to mount mine, but I think that's the big, you know, selling factor to this, that you can just put on the side of your toolbox. Having some quick grab pliers real fast might be a good option for some of you, so I thought I'd share it with you. Next up, we got Klein tools getting into the mechanical pencil game. So here we have the mechanical marking tool, the Klein Tool Scribes. Part number is 86501. The one nice thing about this one is it is cheaper than all my other ones that I've used. So a Pica 3030 is going to run you like, I think, $15 or something like that. The Hultaforge is around $17. This one comes in at 12 bucks, so it is the cheapest. It does say it marks on most job site materials, and then here we got on the back side, I'll just put that up there if you want to pause and read that, you can. I was trying to find the made in, so yeah, made in China. They do sell lead that's separate, and it runs you, I think it was $7 a piece for the lead or something like that. They've got a colored pack and then also a just regular pack. I'm going to actually try my Hultaforge lead in this after I get this out and try this lead in these two to see if they're compatible with one another, because I typically just buy one brand of lead. Like the Hultaforge works in both my Pica and my Hultaforge pencils, so that's what I like about that. But let's get this out of the package and take a look at it. So out of the package, again, Klein Tool Scribes. It is orange in color, so if you're a big orange person fan, you might like that. I don't mind it being orange in a pencil like this. I don't like all the boxes and all that stuff that they have that's this bright orange, but that's going to be easy for you to see in your pocket and stuff like that. It does kind of snap into place. It's like you can hear that snap. As far as the close, not so much. The Pica doesn't really do that. It just slides in. I do like the Pica a little bit better. It's going to come in and out a little bit easier, and it does stay in place, so I do like that. And of course the Hultaforge kind of has a grab in itself too, but it's more like the Pica, so it is a little bit stiffer to get out, but it probably does stay in a little bit more secure than those two in whatever reason. So lengthwise, compared to the Pica, if I put it end to end, the Pica is just a hair longer than that. Now the pencil sharpener is in the same place on this Klein. It's on the very bottom, the same as the Pica is as well. That's one thing I like about the Hultaforge. I made mention of that in a video. I like it being up here because then if this is in my pocket, I can just leave my holster in and sharpen my pencil, versus with the Pica I've got to take the holster out to sharpen it. So works the same as all the others. You've got the mechanical action right here. That does seem to work fairly well. So let me go ahead now. I'm going to take this lead out of here. So there's your Klein lead. Seems like they're pretty long, but I could just be thinking that. They're about the same. So I'm going to get out a piece of this Hultaforge lead right here. We're going to see if that goes in there. That slides right in. So that's pretty simple. And it works. So it's still staying stiff if I don't press that in. So the fact that I can use my Hultaforge lead with it, and this is only 12 bucks, that's pretty good, because that's the only thing I was a little bit leery of. I wondered if Klein was going to make their own lead like they typically do with everything else, and then you have to end up buying just Klein lead. I don't like that. I like being able to just buy some lead. So pencil sharpener works this way. Goes in the bottom. Pretty simple right there as well. Nice point on that. So overall, very similar to a Pica 3030, more so than the Hultaforge. Only big difference to me is that snap action to open and close it. It's a little bit harder to get in and out, but it is a few bucks cheaper. So I'm just letting you know it's out there. I got this on Amazon for 12 bucks. I don't know if you can pick it up anywhere else. I haven't seen it at my local Lowe's yet. Maybe they're going to have those to where you can pick this up if that's something you're interested in. But again, just letting you know it's out there. So next up, while we're talking about Klein, we might as well hit these up. These are the double zipper tool bags. These are new from Klein as well. This one's a 2-pack. They sell them individually, but I think they're close to $20 a piece if you buy them individually. If you buy both of them at the same time, they're $30. So the orange one over here measures 10 by 6 by 3. So it's 10 by 6 and then 3 inches. This flattens out eventually. And then the gray one over here is 12 by 7 by 3, so 12, 7, and then again, this is going to flatten out. Double zipper bag, so it's basically a 2-compartment bag from Klein. So you have 2 zippers. You can open up and put stuff in one side, and then also put something else in the other. So that's a little bit different than the, sometimes I've had some of them that have like 2 pockets on one zipper, and you open it up, but this one's kind of got 2 compartments. I bought these specifically because I normally keep my GoPro stuff in my MB3, but I feel like it's a total waste of use of this bag for that. So I was looking for something like this, but I like to be able to put like the camera and all that stuff in one side, so that's what I'm going to plan to do with this. And then on this side over here, I can take and put all my other stuff like the chest cam mounts and all those kinds of things like that, put that in the other side, free up this MB3 for something else. And then again, just for parts, if you wanted to put you know, electrical stuff. Maybe you've got tools, and then maybe you've got also some hardware that you want to put in the other side. You could do that as well. Again, 2 different zippers. They seem to work fairly well. They got these little ends on them. Also has a little loop right here if you want to carry it by that. You could do it as well. And it's got like a white plasticky place where you could write on that if you wanted to. I probably never do that because, you know, if I want to move this bag and change it to something else, I don't like writing on stuff like this. So it wouldn't even bother me if they didn't do this. I'd almost rather not have these. But then again, if you're going to always use it for something, you can do that as well. And then the logo, it's kind of like a, you know, it's on there to where it would end up scratching off just the same as this would at some point in time. It's not like a stitch thing. It's basically like an overlay of some vinyl or something like that. So again, 2 zipper bags. So if you are looking for a bag in those sizes that have, you know, 2 compartments, 2 zippers, maybe that's a good fit for you. I ended up getting these again on Amazon, 30 bucks for 2 of them. I think they're like 18 bucks a piece if you just want one of those 2 sizes. But again, it's just a newer thing from Klein that I picked up and I thought I'd share with you. Up next, I've got something that I picked up on clearance at Lowe's in that back aisle, you know, that up to 75% off aisle. And these are the Gator magnetic hooks. And this company actually messaged me a long time ago and asked me if they could send me some of this stuff. And I was like, I don't really need them. I don't want to make a video for them, you know, those kinds of things like that. And now I'm wishing I would have got some from them. So I ended up getting this for $9 and something. I picked up a couple of them. I've been sticking them on my Bed Bath & Beyond demoed out shelves. And then I'm hanging my weed eaters, my pole saws, and all sorts of stuff from them. So as small as this is, that magnet is super strong. And it's also got strength, you know, of pull away this way and then also pull down force. So overall, I feel like it's a really good magnet to hold something like this if you've got something metal that you want to stick stuff on and then hang a tool or, you know, brooms or whatever else you want to. Now, they are a little bit expensive. Like a 3-pack of this on Amazon is $53.99. So I feel like I ended up getting a pretty good deal to get a couple of them for 10 bucks a piece. I bought all of them that they had, and I wish I could have ended up getting some more of them. But if you've been looking for something like this, I feel like this one's pretty good. I think I saw that Funk FPV made a video about these. I think he might have got some. He uses them in his van, I think. So maybe you want to hang like an extension cord in your van or, you know, something like that. These would probably be pretty nice. If y'all know of another brand out there that is very similar and works pretty well as well, that might be a little bit cheaper, drop that in the comments below. But overall, I've been pretty impressed with these. So I got it on clearance, but I thought I'd share it with you just in case it was something that you guys have been looking for to fix some kind of a solution for yourself in a van or truck or whatever it might be. But a Gator hook is something else that I got here recently. And the last thing that I picked up, I ended up getting these off Amazon as well. They were on Amazon Japan for a really long time, but here lately it's been on Amazon US. Now they're still coming from Japan, so the shipping still takes some time, but at least you don't have to create a Amazon Japan account and all that kind of stuff. And these are the Vessel Galaxy screwdrivers, limited red. Part number on this is 252PS-GRE. Now they also have gray and they've also got blue in these. I ended up getting red because I wanted red. I think these are going to look awesome in my infrared bag whenever I get that, but also I just like red and black. It's my 2 favorite colors. So as far as tools and all that kind of stuff, that should be pretty obvious. And they are also the ceramic ball type. So you can have those ceramic balls. So it is a tang through. So that gives me the weight that I like, but it also has that, you know, strike through. Along with, you're not supposed to be able to get shocked. So I've got a video of these ceramic ball ones. These are the ones I run all the time. These are my 2 current favorite screwdrivers that I use. They've also got that ceramic ball inside there. So if you check continuity from here to up here, you don't have it. Again, I've never used it in a situation where I would have gotten shocked, so I have no idea if it works. I'm not really willing to risk it. But these 2 screwdrivers have been my favorite 2 screwdrivers. I kind of swap these around to whatever pouch I'm running. As far as my dedicated Phillips and slotted, these are the ones I use. And these are essentially the same exact screwdrivers. They are just that limited red edition. Now, the ball on these seem to be a little bit louder, I think, than what these are. Like, I've never really been able to hear them on these 2, and maybe it's because I've used them and they've kind of lodged themselves in place or something, but on these you can kind of hear that rattle quite a bit more. So if that's going to get on your nerves, you know, you need to think about that. It doesn't bother me a bit because while I'm using it I can't hear it. But I love the color of them. The only downside that I can see to these is because my Phillips and my slotted are a different color on these right here. And that doesn't bother me because in my pouch, I always leave them, you know, where my Phillips is on my front side and my slotted is on the back side. So whenever I look down and I see that, I always know that this one right here is going to be my Phillips and this one's going to be my slotted. But you also have the option of, I know my red is my slotted and my yellow is my, or I know my red is my Phillips and my yellow is my slotted, versus whenever you get into these right here, since they're exactly the same, if you were looking down in there, you're not going to know which one's which. So that is kind of a downer for a lot of people out there. Again, I always put my tools back in the same exact slot, so it wouldn't matter to me. I'm always going to grab this one for Phillips and grab this one for slotted. But if you are a person who likes to look down and actually see like an indentation on your screwdriver or something like that, now you could go in here and probably etch something in these, like a plus sign and a minus sign, and fill that in with a marker or something like that if that's what you want to do. But I really like the look of these. I like the color scheme. I like the black on here. That's going to stay cleaner longer than, I have to clean this yellow or orange, whatever you want to call that. I have to clean that all the time. But these are available on Amazon US. The red ones cost me 20 bucks. I think the gray ones were 17. The blue ones were also somewhere around in there, and the price fluctuates on these all the time, and whether they're in stock or not and which color's in stock fluctuates all the time. So just letting you know they're out there. I think they're really nice screwdrivers. And again, if you don't have a pair of ball handle vessel tang through screwdrivers, if you've never tried one, I think you should give one a go. Whether you just want to buy one of these usually run you like 10 bucks a piece or something like that. I mean, I absolutely love them. I don't even know that I'll use a different screwdriver as a dedicated screwdriver probably ever again, unless I just find something else that blows my mind like these things do. So the Vessel Galaxy red and black, those are the last thing that I ended up picking up this week, and I'm glad I didn't have to get them on Amazon Japan. But again, shipping does take a little while because they still are coming from Japan even though you're buying them on Amazon US. But those are the last things that I picked up here this week. But there you go, guys. There's my tool haul of just weird stuff that I picked up, whether it was on clearance, deal of the day, something that I needed for my garage, new stuff, whether it was a new tool from Klein or new product from Klein or something like that, and then something that I'm just really glad that I was able to get my hands on because it's just my favorite screwdriver altogether. So lots of stuff that I ended up picking up. Again, none of those really made a good video by themselves, but I wanted to share them with you guys because I hate not to make a video for some of these things because some of them might be extremely useful to you, and I wanted to make sure and share them with you. But let me know in the comments below if any of these would be of any use to you, what you think about them, those kinds of things. If you've got any of them, drop in the comments below your feedback on them as well so that other people can hear, because you might have had them longer than me. If there's something about it that you don't like or something about that you do like, make sure and share that in the comments below as well. But as always, I hope this video was helpful in some way. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you on the next video.